Hi guys, so I wasn't planning on making another video for the end of the taper that I was just on. I was on a taper of 0.86 to 0.60 and I didn't want to make another video because I didn't feel like the withdrawals were that bad, but they did continue to day 14. And then on day 14, I decided to move to volumetric dosing, which is like a liquid taper where you take alcohol and then you mix it with your subutext or Suboxone. There's a whole thing online. If you look up liquid taper or water taper online, I'm sure you can find exactly how to do it. It just helps you be able to move down better and more precisely. And since I had the subutext, the pills were like extremely hard to crumble because they were getting so small. So basically, I should have waited till I was stabilized, because day 14 I was not completely stabilized at 0.60. I was still feeling withdrawals. At like 5 p.m. I would start getting mild withdrawals, and they would last until I took my dose the next morning. They weren't bad in any form, but they were still around. And so I wish I kind of would have waited, because I don't feel like I stabilized, and therefore the problem is that what I had read online about doing the alcohol with the water taper is that it increases bioavailability and it increases your absorption rate. So I thought that I could move down pretty significantly and not feel like it would be the same like across the board, but that for me wasn't true. So basically I moved down to 0.30 on the first day, and I was having severe RLS and hot and cold chills and just a really, really bad feeling of being uncomfortable, like after my first dose in the morning. Like it just was not enough. So then I decided to take 0.15 more, which would make it 0.45, and I still felt like it wasn't enough. So I just decided to take my whole regular dose of 0.60 at that point. And then I felt like it was too much. Like I didn't feel high, but I definitely felt like it was too much. Like I overshot the mark. So I was like, okay, like that's too much. Like I know better. So the next day I shot for 0.45, and then at night I was having severe RLS again. So I decided to take 0.05, which would make it 0.50. So I was able to take 0.50 that day. And then the next day, which was day 3, I think. Day 3, I took 0.52 that day to try to stabilize and take it all in one shot in the morning. And then day 4, I took 0.52 in the morning again. But at this point, on day 3, I didn't take it all in the morning. I took a little bit in the afternoon, so it was able to hold me over. But on day 4, I didn't do that. I took my whole dose in the morning because I'm trying to get stabilized on one dose. I liked when I was taking one dose. I felt really good. So I was trying to do that. And at 2 o'clock, like yesterday night, I had withdrawals starting. So it was pretty early, in my opinion, for them to start. And I wrote it out because I really didn't want to take any more than that. And I wrote it out all the way. And at 1 in the morning, I woke up and I was feeling really awful, like really badly. I was having really extreme hot and cold chills, like just really not feeling good. And then at 3 a.m., which was last night or this morning, I guess, at 3 a.m., I'm sorry if I'm a little bit confused. I've been having a difficult time with this. At 3 a.m. this morning, I woke up again and I was feeling really bad because I tried not to take any more. Like I was like, okay, I can't take any more. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I tried to fall back asleep. But then I woke up at 3, and I decided to take a dose at 3:30 because I was just really having a hard time. Like I was just like, okay, I don't think I can do this. Like I don't think I can last like another hour or 2 to take my dose. Like I just couldn't. And so I took my dose at I took 0.52. And at 5:30, I was still feeling badly. So I, at this point, was completely done with feeling badly, because I basically got up at 3:30 in the morning and took a shower. Like, I was trying to wait to do things to, like, help my dose. Like, I was trying to do things to help until, like, my dose kicked in. So when I woke up I didn't go back to sleep. So at 5:30 a.m. I decided to take 0.05 more, so that hit me at like 0.57. And yeah, this taper has been really difficult. I didn't take a break, and that's the problem or mistake I made. I basically am on day 19 of not having a break between the two tapers, which was 0.60 to, or 0.86 to 0.60, and then 0.60 to 0.52. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's been like really wearing on me mentally, and I just feel like I should have taken a break. You know, like it's just been wearing me down. So I'm sorry. It's just been really hard. I should have taken a break, and I don't want to go backwards now because I'm on day 5. And I don't know. I took more than I would have liked today because I was trying to aim for 0.52, so now I'm on 0.57, which I'm, you know, not feeling completely awful about, but I'm really worried. The other thing I'm really worried about is that I don't know how long the doses last with volumetric dosing or liquid taper, water taper. I don't really know how long they last. Like, I don't know if the half-life is cutting in half because I'm going lower, or if it's because for some reason the pills, I don't know why it would, but the pills last longer. I don't know. I really don't want to have to take two doses, but I'm like, you know, I'm really going back and forth with like, okay, what am I going to do from here on out? How am I going to help myself get through this? You know, I am contemplating going back up, but I probably won't. I'm just going to try to like ride through and do my best, like the best I can to like get through another 10 days, probably. I think I have like another 10 days, or, you know, take a little bit extra here and there over the 10 days to try to give myself a little bit of a break. Yeah, so my advice would be to take a break, especially now that I've been getting at these lower doses. And I had talked to some people on subutext.com. It's a great forum. There's a lot of information. I talked to somebody who is very knowledgeable about liquid tapers, and she said that I should have stayed at the same dose because adjusting to a liquid taper is, you'd have to adjust to it just like any other dose. So I wish I would have done that in the beginning. I don't want to go back up at this point now. I really would like to try and stay at 0.52, 0.55, like whatever I can stabilize without going back up to 0.60. I know it sounds ridiculous. It's like only 0.9, but it's been a lot. And I think it's just because I don't have like as much strength as I would have if I would have taken a break. And so, yeah, guys, I'm having a hard time, but I'm pushing through and learn from my mistakes. And I'm definitely going to take this dose I'm at now and try to stabilize at it and stay here for at least a month. Like, I need a break. I need to like, you know, and my boyfriend said to me this morning, like, you know, if you would have just jumped at like wherever I was at previously, like a month ago, which was like 0.86 to 1.5, because I literally in the last 2 months have gone from 1.5 to 0.5 basically. And he said that if I would have just jumped, I would have been able to be done by now. And that's true, but I don't know, it just sucks. Like, that's, anyone who understands this medication understands that you can't just jump from, you can jump from 0.5, but if I'm having this much difficulty, you know what I mean, moving down because I haven't taken a break, I can't imagine if I was just completely off. You know what I mean? Like, it scares me. But my other tapers previously to this haven't been that bad, and so I think it's just because I haven't taken a break and I'm mentally worn out, and you have to take a break, and I have to take a break, and I have to, you know, level out and stabilize at a dose before I move down in any way. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope this helps, and I hope it doesn't discourage you either, because I've mostly relatively had a great and easy time before this, and I think I would be able to handle this taper if I wasn't so mentally worn down. So, yeah. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.